Welcome to the Sideline Squeeze. I'm Victoria Daly.
And I'm Danielle Porcelli.
You know the drill. Let's jump right into it.
Starting off, the Syracuse football team has Steve Angeli currently out on injury and has not been able to refine their rhythm. They have gone 0-3 since the injury occurred and have had 2 consecutive losses for the first time under Coach Fran Brown. With this weekend facing ranked number 7 Georgia Tech, they are struggling as they have officially gone 3-4 this season.
Last weekend, Syracuse played Pitt, and they lost 30-13. And like Danielle said, this is the first time under Coach Brown that they've had consecutive losses, and like you said, 0-3 since that injury. So they're hoping to refine their rhythm tomorrow versus Georgia Tech. But looking at this Pitt game, Ricky Collins finished the game with 2 touchdowns, 126 passing yards, but 3 interceptions that he wanted. So that brought in backup quarterback Luke Carney to see the field. In the third quarter, he went in for 2 plays for Ricky Collins, but then Collins did end up replacing him. So that's kind of brought up this quarterback question of who is going to be the quarterback. Obviously, Fran Brown has said he thinks Ricky Collins is the best answer right now, but what are your thoughts on this quarterback conversation for Syracuse?
I definitely think that Ricky Collins is going to be the starting quarterback, and he's going to play a quarter, maybe 2. After that, if he's not showing up, if he's not playing the right way, putting him on the bench for a little bit might be a better decision, especially since Angeli's there, he's watching, he's a mentor, but it's about who's playing, who's getting the touchdowns for the team.
Exactly, and even though their offense did struggle, their defense did really well, I thought. They finished the game with 7 sacks, 12 tackles for loss, and a pick, and defensive tackle Kevin Joby Jr. had 3 of those sacks himself. So, even though they lost the game, I thought the defense did show some sparks of energy for them. But, let's turn over to the professional world. With Thursday Night Football last night, the Vikings versus the Chargers, and the Chargers got the win 37-10. I was a little shocked by this, but, I think it goes into say how the Vikings are struggling with that quarterback position. J.J. McCarthy got hurt the second week, so he's been out. So Carson Wentz has been the starting quarterback for the Vikings, and J.J. is back next week, so another conversation of quarterback talk. Is he going to come back and be the starter now that he's going to be back next week? But just kind of looking at our other New York teams, the Bills had a bye week this week, which I think was good for them. They lost the last 2 weeks to the Patriots and the Falcons, so I think this bye week definitely is going to help reset the Bills, hopefully, and they can get that win in Carolina versus the Panthers. The Jets, I know you're a Jets fan, so they are the only winless team still left in the NFL, and they're going to be traveling to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. And then the Giants are playing the Eagles again, a familiar foe. 2 weeks ago, they hosted the Eagles in New York at MetLife, where they got the huge win. And then last weekend, the Giants suffered a walk-off field goal loss to the Broncos. So now, just 2 weeks later, they're facing the Eagles again, but this time in Philly. So I'm definitely excited for that matchup as a Giants fan.
As a Jets fan, we get used to losing, but it's an experience.
Exactly. But, another professional sports is kicking off now. What happened on Tuesday?
So the NBA has officially started their regular season games. The Oklahoma City Thunder began with already having 2 overtime wins, with their first one being a home win against the Rockets. Only 1 point led them with the score, but they also were able to unveil their championship banner and rings with star player Kevin Durant right there watching. So I'm sure that's not too exciting to see your former team out there with the rings, with the banner, but they were able to have that win.
And those 2 overtime wins definitely must have raised some fans' adrenaline. But, the Knicks also did that. They beat the Cavaliers Wednesday night 119-111. So New York fans definitely happy with that victory. And they're going to be playing Boston tonight at 7:30. And, who also is on the win streak, the Syracuse men's ice hockey team just had a huge weekend in Michigan when they defeated number 2 Adrian College Bulldogs. Talk to us more about that.
Well, tonight we have Pink the Ring, so everyone definitely show up for that. But this weekend they were able to beat Adrian with a 6-round shutout win, with players Connor Chesner, Brandon Duffy, and Jack Wren scoring those 3 goals for us during the shootout. Mm-hmm. So definitely a lot of excitement there. It was Very historical for our team. Tonight, the Orange are facing the team Metazorica as they honor the Susan G. Komen Foundation for Pink the Rink tonight at 6 p.m. So if you're looking for something to do, be sure to show up, come out, support the team.
I love that you have your pink on already. You're all ready for it. Danielle will be there, guys. But thanks for tuning into this week's episode of the Sideline Squeeze. I'm Victoria Daly.
And I'm Danielle Porcelli.
We'll see you next week.